Guys, I finished everything. I have some thoughts and I have some opinions, okay? But I want to hear from you guys too. Okay, so it's time for my favorite thing on earth. It's time for a poll. Okay, so my question for you guys is, which wedding surprised you the most? And I know that you guys have been watching, right? Because it was very much homework. It was very much tarea, okay? So we have Damon and Gigi. We've got Cameron and Lauren, Jessica and Mark, Amber and Barnett, or Kelly and Kenny. And remember, you have to spell it right for the computer to count your vote, okay? So while you guys are voting, let's talk about the fucking finale. Okay, so, and these are gonna be spoilers for the people that haven't watched it. Okay, so the venue could have been nicer than a conference room at the Marriott. It could have been nicer. And they didn't have to pan to the Corbel champagne every 3 fucking seconds. We are all aware of the $299 tag, the price tag on those bottles. Like, we're aware the budget was trash. We're aware the budget. Actually, speaking about the budget, really quickly, apparently there were 3 other couples that also got engaged in the show, but the show went up to them and was like, hey, we didn't expect so many people to fall in love. We were banking on like 1 or 2, so we can't afford to take all you guys. So there's like 3 couples that they said like, sorry, this is where it ends of like us following your journey. You're not gonna be able to go to Mexico. But I would have booked a flight anyway. I would have gone to Mexico anyhow. Absolutely not. Are you telling me that I fell in love with a stranger? You're not even gonna gift me the gift of Mexico? So, anyway, Giannina. Let's start with Giannina. The way that she was born and bred for reality television, and her mom is honestly the best character that I did not expect to need so much in my life. When she tells her daughter, when they're like running through the streets in their heels and they're both like holding their dresses, and she finds her and she like collapses into Giannina's arms, and I'm like, what is a mama gonna say to her poor baby? She goes, it should have been you. You were the one that was supposed to reject him. Then I was like, you know what, Latinas. So, but I love also when every time her fiance is like trying to like pour his fucking heart out to her, she's, guys, I have so much hair that I need you to know that there is never a moment my neck is not sweating. I am dying. Can we turn the AC on? So, guys, there is every single time that her fiance Damien, who looks like a hairless hamster, he just does, like so pink, and every time he's pouring his heart out to her, she's just like, I wasn't even on my phone. I'm like, bitch, yes you were. You were checking your likes. I love that she's like, it's my business. I'm like, you said blogger, weird. You're a blogger. Also, I love after the wedding, after like Damien makes his decision, like one of the best moments of the Giannina revolution. I'm sorry, Giannina, my lady, Giabelli, spicy meatball, okay? She slams, after he rejected her, after she ran through the woods, like Taylor, are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods? Like completely. She comes back, her mom brings her back, and she's like, Damien, you know what? Slams chair. We're going to do what we couldn't do in our entire relationship. We are gonna have a conversation. Oh yes, we're going to talk. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So also, I love it the last time we see Giannina. Like I texted Molly, already producing, which other? And she was like, I texted her and I was like, did you know that Giannina is a phoenix that rose from the ashes? So also after Damien made his decision, I was like, why wouldn't he dump her before? Like spare her. And then I realized that it was part of the fucking show. Okay? Like they have to go up into, they have to go to that altar and make a decision in front of all their family and friends, right? So then I got super, super duper excited when I realized, oh my God, right? So then let's talk about Amber and Barnett, my 2 favorite frat brothers. Love them so much. They're probably having sex right fucking now. They're literally They're literally the female and male versions of each other, not the fail versions of each other. I am so sorry. Like, but when Barnett had cold feet, I was like, oh my God, everybody in this fucking show, except for Kelly and Kenny, are gonna say no to each other. Like, it's all falling apart before my very eyes. I love it, right? But then they say I do, and I was like, but Amber, Amber, sweetheart, you need to start paying off that Sephora credit card because it gave me massive anxiety. I remember I made my boyfriend watch it with me. I was like, I don't want to do this alone. So I made him watch it with me, and I remember like, pause. What is your credit score? Because Amber's making me feel my heartbeat in my tongue, and I need to know. Like, she sparked an entire conversation. I think everything's gonna be okay. So, let's talk about Lauren and Cameron, okay? When they said I do, it was very, very cute. I just feel like Lauren she always looks like so uncomfortable. She always looks like Cameron is kind of like looming over her, like she's always cornered. But I just think it's because she's like a normal fucking person, you know? But Cameron made me cry when he goes, after they walked back down the aisle and said like, bye to everybody, whatever, and getting ready for their reception. He was like, I promise I'll always take care of you, baby. And I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I think he's fantastic, and you did a great job, Gaston. So listen, Kelly and Kenny, oh my fucking God. I did not see that coming at all. And I thought that they weren't covering them that much, like compared to the other couples and the drama or whatever, and Jessica and her relationship with wine, all that cover, I was like, oh my God, they're not covering them because they're so happy doing whatever they do at Vineyard Vines. Like, I was like, oh my God. And the families loved each other. The families were also people that had met and gotten engaged quickly. And even their Kelly and Kenny, like, you can't dream that up. Actually, I live next door to a Paul and Paula, and they've been married for like 60 fucking years now. And I was like, oh my God, this is the next Paul and Paula. And so then Kelly drops a bombshell that she prefers, wait for it, hot guys. I was like, Kelly. And you know, like Kenny is very cute, and I think he's dependent, whatever, but he's not like a hot guy. Like, you wouldn't see that guy and be like, you know? Like, if you were at a bar, you wouldn't be like, you know? But he's very sweet, and she mentions suddenly before the wedding that she's like, everything is great, except I see him as more of a best friend. And I was like, oh my God, you have nice guy syndrome. It's when you feel guilty. You're like, oh, he's such a nice guy. I can't just break up with him. It's really gonna hurt him. Why can't I'm gonna try one more day. I'm gonna try one more week. I hope I like him. I hope I like him. And it just like never happens. You end up breaking their heart anyway, but just like months later. I don't know, I've never lived it. So I cannot believe that she said, no, I do not, I do. Craziness. And finally, Jessica and my baby Mark. Mark, I knew it was a dub. I knew it was a dub the moment she saw your sheets holding a Bud Light in your apartment with your best friend and his girlfriend. I knew it was over, you know what I mean? Like, the way that she looked at your brown sheets, I've never seen that many shades of brown ever in my life. Like, you're not even a duvet. He was just like, fuck it gets hot. You probably don't even have AC. You know? Like that whole time, like when she was visiting the apartment, I was like this, like Chrissy Teigen, like. And also, Jessica wanted Barnett the whole time. Remember at the bachelorette party when she went up to fucking Amber and she was like, sweetie, I don't want your man. You know who says that? Bitches don't want your man. That's who says that. And she was obviously like lusting for Barnett the whole time. Oh my God, when she told Barnett, like, I can't get over our connection. He's like, yeah, well, I'm happy now. Yeah. I can't do it. And she would gaslight the fuck out of Mark when she was like, oh, I'm not your mom. Like, I'm never gonna be your mom. Bitch, just say that you don't like his mom. Like, literally. And she would belittle him about his age. But like, you said yes, so I'd understand the problem. And then his finances all the time. Yes, it's very odd when she was like, once you make 6 figures, it's like, and just like, so much better than just like continues. You know he makes at least $12,000 a year. Stop making fun. Like, you knew this. Hello. And then she, like, her dog is so cute. Her drinking buddy, since she gives it wine. What the actual fuck? But then she shows up to the wedding, sans bouquet, sans family and friends, chewing gum down the aisle. I'm like, oh, this bitch is gonna say no. Give me a break. Or suddenly she's like, I don't know, like Harley Quinn. It was insane. So then I literally looked at her and I was like, look at this little steamroller about to roll over my poor little baby poor little baby Mark, okay? She like marched down the aisle, and holding her dress like walking down the mall window shopping. I think that she basically showed up for free hair and makeup is what happened. All in all, Love is Blind is a genius show to hate watch. But I'm gonna tell you this. if I was in season 1 and you know season 2 is coming out and they have a better budget for weddings, I would be very, 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 very fucking upset that we did it in the bathrooms of the Sheraton. And now that season 2 is going to get fucking Mindy Weiss Kardashian-esque ass wedding, I would riot. I'd be like, oh, we're doing this all over again, you know? Let's look at the poll. My Vineyard Vines babies, right? I was like, you guys are so perfect for each other. You know, my Pottery Barn babies. Wild. I'm so mad about it. Come on, Kelly. That's my show. It's live weekdays at 12:30 p.m.